Hello, welcome to youth, the youth today and the homelessness. Sorry about that, little wee hitch. Um, I'm a Scottish man, right? I'm from Aberdeen, Scotland. Where there's a lot of kids running about with knives, carrying knives, and that. Well, that's what I'm trying to set up a campaign for, trying to cut down knife crime, in Aberdeen. I know you don't hear about it. The reason I'm saying this is because I got a comment a couple of weeks ago when somebody says, hey, you don't hear about knife crime. Well, somebody I know very well got stabbed to death about 4 or 5 weeks ago, and he was a handy man in his days, He was in his early 40s, you know what I mean? But you never heard about that in the news. And he was stabbed to death by a young guy and a 23, 24-year-old girl. I mean, so the comment there is it's because Police Scotland don't talk about it. They don't mention it because it looks bad for Aberdeen because it's a granite city, it's supposed to be the capital of oil. This is, yeah, well, that's another subject. Yeah. So most of these kids are carrying kitchen knives, sharp kitchen knives, They can't Their parents must know if a knife is going missing. They must know. And another thing as well, see all these pound shops, apparently you're supposed to be 18 to purchase a knife. Well, I've witnessed umpteen kids, yeah, probably 18 but guaranteed because my niece hangs about with a couple of them and they bought a knife and I stopped them from buying a knife, you know. So the pound shops I don't agree with. Poundland, any other pound shops, sell a knife for £1 upwards for a couple of pounds, a kitchen knife, and also knives obviously coming from their homes, their mums are in the kitchens all the time, possibly the dads as well, They must know what a knife is going missing. And if they do notice, it's sad on them. I mean, because their kids going out using that. This is only a short one tonight because this is the start of my project, the youth of today and the homelessness, the homelessness side of it, and I'm 50-year-old. I've been in and out prison up until 8 years ago when my daughter was born. My 8-year-old daughter was born. I had a drug problem, but I got clean for her. I've been clean now for 5 years, just going up to 5 years, crack probably 3 years, and that's it, And my medication from the doctor, obviously, which I pick up once a week from the chemist, so that shows I'm doing well, you know. I'm putting weight on, I'm just over 15 stone, I've got my own gym in my spare room, I've got a punch bag station there, speed balls, I've got weights, I've got set up benches, I've got weight benches, all sorts, you know, and I'm teaching a friend of my partner's at the moment, he's a 5-year-old wee lad, and all he wants to be is a boxer, and I've got a bit of boxing experience in my time when the boxing club used to be in Maastricht in Aberdeen behind the shopping centre. It's just a wee hut, but I had been up there for a long time, so I heard it's been knocked down and that. Then I heard also from another boxer from out where I stay, but he was a taxi driver as well, and he teaches kids upwards, And he told me about my boxing coach. I'm not going to say names, but rest in peace because he was the best. I mean, he's South African, but he's brilliant, magic, especially with kids and people who seem that keen interest in boxing. He spent one-on-one time with them. People like myself, he was there a few years before them. They put us into with hard work and that, So yeah, so I'm going to start. I'm going to start all this positivity. I haven't been well for a couple of weeks because I'm bipolar effects with PTSD and a split personality, from childhood, which I'm now just getting counselling for. Now they're taking it serious with all the stuff I done, you know, and they thought it was self-inflicted, which it was, you know, but I still didn't get the help. But the doctor I got now, I've had him for 3 years, brilliant doctor, you know, brilliant doctor, you know, and he's helped me so much over the last few years. He's getting me all the right medication, everything. 20, but 30 years I've been waiting for this now, you know. And it wasn't happening, it wasn't happening, you know. But if you can press the likes and the subscribe, you know, if you like the content I'm coming out with, because I'm going to come out with a lot of stuff, then I'm going to go in a couple of weeks when I get more used to it. Then I'm going to go out and about with the homelessness, and there's a lot of young people in Aberdeen, you know, under 25, what are homeless with a drug addiction, and a lot of them get put in a house from these county lines. I know probably get haters from, you know, from Manchester, Liverpool, London, places like that. They send up here and send kids up here, you know. I've challenged one of the dealers, in fact, you know. He was actually banned from Aberdeen for exploiting kids out to a drug run for them, give them money, then gradually get on weed and gradually give them bits and pieces, you know. Then before they know it, they will have it up, so they've got to work it off. I totally disagree with that, to be honest, you know, because I've been there and I've done it, and I've done the time for it, you know. I've worked for these people. I worked for people for Wolverhampton, you know, about 15, 20 years ago, you know, and they promised they would look after me, we would get to jail. I'm no grass, you know. I'm not known to be a grass, you know what I mean, which is good. Done plenty of jails, I've got no scars. I mean, I've still got scars in my brain now because of it, you know. But anyway, and we'll cut it short then. Tomorrow at 7 o'clock, I'm going to do an hour long one about knife crime, you know, about trying to start my own project, about helping these youth, because there's nothing in Aberdeen, even with the homeless, there's nothing, there's no day centres, there used to be, but there hasn't been for 7, 8, maybe 9 years. I mean, there's nothing. That's why there's so much beggars in town. I'm hoping I can get some kind of project and get a few volunteers to start off with, you know, to come with me, well, to help me out, to be honest, you know. And because it won't be classes of mine, it'll be classes of all the volunteers, me and other people. I've just started it up, that's all. You know, I know it looked a bit crap in here, you know, but tomorrow will be a lot better. You know, so thank you for listening. If you can like and subscribe, it'll be appreciated, and it'll help with the channel as well. If people agree with me, trying to help young people and homeless young people about getting places for them to go for a hot drink, a hot meal, maybe a shower, change of clothes. Hopefully, we can do that with your help, guys. We can do it. You know what I mean? We can do it. Homeless people and young homeless people are still human. I was homeless for 15 years in this town. I mean, so I know what it was like. You know what I mean? And I've been in and out of prison most of my life. I mean, so we'll stop there for tonight, guys. You know, I'll start editing this shortly. Then thank you and God bless. You know what I mean? Thank you for listening. If you like and subscribe, thank you very much. From the youth today and the homelessness.